What I'm about to share with you could be the most important 20 minutes of your spiritual journey. Or it could save you from a fate worse than death. Every week, I receive messages from people who try to awaken their Kundalini energy using techniques they found online. People who followed weekend workshops or YouTube videos promising instant awakening. And every week, I hear the same terrifying stories: psychological breaks, uncontrollable energy surges, and spiritual emergencies that doctors can't treat. But here's what no one tells you. There is a safe way to awaken this dormant power within you. A way that honors the ancient wisdom while protecting your nervous system from catastrophic overload. Tonight, I'm going to reveal the first steps in safe Kundalini activation, the practical techniques that authentic masters have used for thousands of years to awaken this serpent power without destroying the practitioner. You'll discover the specific preparation protocols that modern teachers skip, the warning signs that indicate you're ready to proceed, and most importantly, the exact methods that can begin your transformation safely. Because here's the truth: Kundalini awakening is not just possible, it's your birthright. But approaching it without proper guidance is like performing surgery on yourself with a rusty knife. The techniques I'm about to share aren't just theory. They're the actual practices that I've used to guide hundreds of students through safe awakening over the past decade. Methods that work, that protect you, and that honor the sacred nature of this transformations if you're ready to begin the most profound journey of your life, safely, systematically, and with the wisdom of the ancients guiding every step. Then stay with me, because what I'm about to teach you could change everything. Before we dive into the actual techniques, we need to address the elephant in the room. Most people who attempt Kundalini awakening aren't ready for it. And that's not their fault. It's because no one teaches proper assessment. Here's a statistic that will shock you. According to research from the Spiritual Emergency Network, over 60% of people who experience premature Kundalini awakening require professional intervention to stabilize their condition. The ancient masters understood this. They created elaborate testing systems that could take years to complete before a student was even introduced to basic energy practices. In traditional settings, students would spend 3 to 5 years just learning to sit still, breathe properly, and maintain emotional equilibrium before any mention of Kundalini awakening. So let's start with an honest self-assessment. I'm going to give you 3 categories of readiness, and you need to be brutally honest about where you stand. First, physical readiness. Can you sit comfortably for 30 minutes without moving? Do you have any chronic health conditions that affect your nervous system? Are you taking any psychiatric medications? If you answered yes to psychiatric medications, stop here. Most antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications interfere with the nervous system's ability to process energy safely. You need to work with a qualified healthcare provider before attempting any energy practices. Second, emotional stability. Have you done significant work on your trauma and emotional patterns? Can you handle intense emotions without being overwhelmed? Do you have a support system that understands spiritual development? I've seen too many people attempt Kundalini awakening as a way to escape their psychological issues. This never works. Kundalini amplifies everything, including unresolved trauma. If you haven't done the emotional work, the awakening process will force you to confront everything you've been avoiding all at once. Third, lifestyle preparation. Are you living a relatively stable life? Do you have time for daily practice? Are you willing to make significant changes to your diet, sleep schedule, and social activities? Because here's what no one tells you. Authentic Kundalini awakening will change everything about your life. Your relationships, your career, your entire worldview. If you're not ready for that level of transformation, you're not ready for this practice. But if you can honestly say yes to most of these questions, then you're ready to begin the preparation process. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you next. What I'm about to share with you is the condensed version of a preparation process that traditionally took years, but I've adapted it for modern practitioners who are serious about safe awakening. This protocol comes from the Kashmiri Shaivism tradition, specifically the lineage of Abhinavagupta, and has been tested by thousands of practitioners over more than 1,000 years. We're going to break this into 3 distinct phases, each building on the previous one. And here's the crucial part. You cannot skip phases. Each month prepares your system for the next level of intensity. Month 1 is all about preparing your physical vessel. Think of your body as a container that needs to be strong enough to hold high-voltage spiritual energy. Every morning, you'll begin with this specific spinal preparation sequence. I want you to sit comfortably and place your hands on your knees. Now, very slowly, begin moving your spine vertebra by vertebra, starting from the base. Inhale as you arch forward slightly. Exhale as you round backward. But here's the key. You're not just moving your spine. You're awakening the awareness within each vertebra. Imagine each segment lighting up as you move through it. Next, we add the foundational breathing pattern. This is called Vritti, equal breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts. But we're going to add a specific visualization. As you inhale, imagine golden light entering through the crown of your head and flowing down to the base of your spine. As you exhale, see this light gently rising back up. You're not forcing anything, just creating awareness of the natural energy flow. During this month, you'll also need to purify your diet. Eliminate caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, and excessive spices. These substances create energetic turbulence that interferes with subtle energy work. And establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed by 10 p.m. and wake up before sunrise. The hours between 4-6 a.m. are considered the most conducive to spiritual practice in every tradition. Month 2 is where we begin developing your ability to actually feel subtle energy. Most people think they can sense energy when they're actually just imagining it. Let me give you a test right now. Close your eyes and try to feel the energy in your hands. Most of you will create a sensation through expectation and imagination. Real energy sensitivity is much more subtle and develops gradually. Here's how we develop authentic sensitivity. Sit quietly and place your hands about 6 inches apart, palms facing each other. Don't try to feel anything. Just maintain awareness of the space between your hands. After 5 to 10 minutes of this passive awareness, very slowly begin moving your hands closer together and further apart. At some point, you might notice a subtle resistance or tingling. That's real energy, not imagination. Once you can consistently feel energy between your hands, we move to chakra awareness, but forget everything you've learned about chakra colors and locations. We're going to work with the actual energy centers as described in the original texts. Place your hand about 2 inches away from your heart center. Don't visualize anything. Just maintain gentle awareness. After several minutes, you might notice warmth, tingling, or a subtle pulsing. This is your heart chakra's actual energy field. We also introduce basic mantra practice, but not the commercialized versions you've heard. We use the original Sanskrit sounds that create specific vibrational effects in the body. The foundational mantra is So Hum, I am that, but it's pronounced So on the inhale, Hum on the exhale, with specific tonal qualities. And spend time in nature daily. Sit with your back against a tree for at least 20 minutes. Trees are natural grounding systems that help stabilize your energy as it becomes more sensitive. Month 3 is where we begin working directly with the energy that will eventually become full Kundalini awakening. This is serious territory, and everything depends on how well you've completed the first 2 months. If you've skipped ahead to this section without doing the preparation, stop now. What I'm about to teach can be dangerous without proper foundation. We begin with Bhastrika Pranayama, the bellows breath. This is a powerful technique that generates internal heat and begins to awaken the dormant energy at the base of the spine. Sit with your spine erect. Take a deep breath in, then begin rapid, forceful breathing through your nose. Both inhale and exhale should be strong and quick. Continue for 30 seconds, then take 3 deep, slow breaths. Start with just one round and gradually build up. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or any unusual sensations, stop immediately. This technique should feel energizing, not overwhelming. Next, we add the microcosmic orbit, a Taoist technique that circulates energy through the main channels of the body. This creates a stable foundation for Kundalini to rise safely. Imagine energy rising up your spine as you inhale, over the crown of your head, and down the front of your body as you exhale. Don't force it, just gently guide your awareness along this pathway. We also add specific asanas that stimulate the base chakra safely. Child's pose with focused breathing, gentle spinal twists, and supported back bends that open the heart center. And we develop one-pointed concentration through trataka, candle gazing. This builds the mental stability necessary to handle intense energy experiences without being overwhelmed. By the end of month 3, if you've followed this protocol consistently, your system will be prepared for the gentle awakening sequence I'm about to share. Now we come to the moment you've been preparing for, the actual activation sequence. But remember, this isn't about forcing an explosive awakening. This is about creating the conditions for energy to awaken naturally and safely. This sequence comes from the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, one of the most sacred texts on consciousness transformation. It's been used safely for over 1,500 years. First, create sacred space. This isn't just spiritual theater. It's a psychological signal to your nervous system that something important is about to happen. Face east if possible. Light a candle or incense. Sit on a natural fiber mat or cushion. Remove all electronic devices from the room. Begin with a protection practice. Visualize yourself surrounded by golden light that extends about 3 feet in all directions. This light allows beneficial energy to enter while keeping out any disturbances. Next, ground yourself by imagining roots growing from the base of your spine deep into the earth. This connection will keep you stable as energy begins to move. Set a clear intention. I invite the awakening of my highest potential in perfect safety and divine timing. This programs your subconscious to cooperate with the process. Now for the actual technique. This is deceptively simple, but incredibly powerful when practiced correctly. Begin breathing in a 1:4:2 ratio. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 16 counts, exhale for 8 counts. But here's the crucial part. During the retention, you're going to use a specific awareness technique. As you hold your breath, gently place your attention at the base of your spine. Don't visualize fire or serpents or energy rising. Simply rest your awareness there with gentle curiosity. After several rounds of this breathing, you might notice a subtle warmth or tingling at the base of the spine. This is the first sign of awakening. Don't get excited or try to amplify it. Just acknowledge it and continue breathing. If the sensation begins to move upward on its own, allow it. Don't force it or try to direct it. Your job is simply to maintain awareness and breathe steadily. If the sensation becomes intense, uncomfortable, or moves too quickly, immediately switch to natural breathing and focus on grounding. Place your hands on the earth or visualize roots growing deeper. Practice for no more than 20 minutes in the beginning. This isn't about marathon sessions, it's about consistent, gentle awakening over time. What you do after the practice is just as important as the practice itself. Immediately after finishing, place your palms on the earth or floor. Breathe naturally and imagine any excess energy flowing down into the ground. This prevents energy from getting stuck in your head or heart. Then do 10 rounds of natural breathing while mentally scanning your body from head to toe. Notice any areas of warmth, tingling, or unusual sensation. This helps integrate the energy throughout your system. Write down your experience immediately. Note physical sensations, emotional states, and any insights that arose. This creates a record of your progress and helps you recognize patterns. Drink plenty of water and avoid stimulating activities for at least an hour. Your nervous system needs time to integrate the experience. But now I need to share the warning signs that indicate you should stop immediately and seek guidance. What I'm about to share could literally save your life. These are the red flags that indicate Kundalini awakening is happening too fast or in an unbalanced way. There are hundreds of people experiencing Kundalini emergencies, and there are specific patterns that always indicate danger. Stop immediately if you experience burning sensations that feel like actual fire, uncontrollable shaking or movements, severe headaches or pressure in the skull, heart palpitations or chest pain, or sudden changes in body temperature that others can verify. These aren't just spiritual experiences, they're signs that your nervous system is being overwhelmed. If any of these occur, stop all energy practices immediately and consider seeking medical attention. Stop immediately if you experience uncontrollable emotional outbursts that last for hours, feeling completely disconnected from reality, hearing voices or seeing entities that feel threatening, paranoid thoughts about people trying to harm you, or suicidal ideation. Watch for inability to function in daily life, complete loss of interest in normal activities, compulsive spiritual practices that you can't stop, feeling superior to others because of your experiences, or isolating yourself from all friends and family. These behaviors often indicate spiritual emergency rather than authentic awakening. Real awakening makes you more functional, not less. If you experience any of these warning signs, here's what to do immediately. First, stop all spiritual practices completely. No meditation, no breathing exercises, no energy work of any kind. Second, focus on grounding. Spend time outdoors with bare feet on the earth. Take cold showers. Eat heavy, grounding foods like root vegetables and proteins. Third, seek support. Contact a qualified spiritual teacher who understands Kundalini emergencies, or find a therapist trained in spiritual emergencies. The Spiritual Emergency Network maintains a list of qualified professionals who understand these experiences. Don't go to a regular therapist who will likely pathologize your experience. Be very careful about psychiatric medications during spiritual emergency. While sometimes necessary for safety, they can interfere with the natural integration process. Work with someone who understands both medical and spiritual approaches. To prevent emergencies, monitor yourself daily using this simple system. Rate your energy level, emotional stability, and mental clarity on a scale of 1 to 10 each morning and evening. If any category drops below 5 for more than 2 days, reduce or pause your practice. Keep a practice journal noting the intensity and duration of each session, any unusual experiences, and how you feel 24 hours later. Check in with trusted friends or family members regularly. Sometimes others can see changes in us that we can't see ourselves. If you notice destabilization, immediately reduce practice intensity by 50%. If problems persist, stop completely until you can work with a qualified teacher. Remember, the goal isn't to have dramatic experiences. It's to awaken your potential safely and sustainably over time. So here we are, at the end of our journey through safe Kundalini activation. You now have the complete roadmap that authentic masters have used for thousands of years to awaken this sacred energy without destroying the practitioner. You've learned how to assess your readiness honestly. You've received the 3-month preparation protocol that builds your capacity gradually. You've been given the gentle activation sequence that honors the natural timing of awakening. And most importantly, you understand the warning signs that could save you from a spiritual emergency. This isn't a quick fix or a weekend workshop experience. This is a sacred journey that requires patience, dedication, and deep respect for the forces you're working with. But if you approach it with the proper preparation and guidance, Kundalini awakening can be the most beautiful and transformative experience of your life. It's your birthright as a human being to access these higher states of consciousness. Remember, you don't have to walk this path alone. There are others who are taking the same careful, respectful approach to awakening that you are. If this video has given you the guidance you've been seeking for safe spiritual development, let me know in the comments. Share your commitment to following the preparation protocol, ask questions about the techniques, and support others who are beginning this journey. And if you want to continue receiving authentic spiritual guidance that prioritizes your safety above all else, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Because what I'm sharing isn't available in commercialized spiritual circles. The power to transform your consciousness lies within you right now. But with great power comes great responsibility. Use these techniques wisely, prepare thoroughly, and never forget that the goal isn't just personal awakening. It's becoming someone who can help others awaken safely too. Your journey begins now. Take the first step with wisdom, patience, and deep reverence for the sacred fire that awaits your gentle invitation. May your awakening be safe, beautiful, and in perfect divine timing.